It's not fair. They're human. And this is why it's so important that Christ is the center of your relationship, because your spouse, that is an unrealistic expectation for you to have of them. And it is unrealistic for them to expect that of you. Only Christ can love us the way we deserve to be loved, period.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
it. And sometimes it takes a really long time to understand that. I feel like every marriage goes through a period where you all of a sudden realize, like, oh my goodness, this person has deficits that I didn't notice before.
That's funny.
And
Hmm.
and then you realize I have deficits too.
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
and then part of that marital process is learning how to give extend a lot of grace to that other person in their deficits, but also striving to be as Christ-like as you can be, and that but without pressure, without expectation, right? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this person just will not fulfill you the way that Christ can fulfill you. That doesn't mean that they're a lesser helpmate at all. It just means that they're human. And so, if we start off our relationships with the expectation that this person has to be my end all be all, you're off on the wrong foot right from the get go.
Yeah, there's two things that you brought up that I want to touch upon. A lot of guys don't even know what the word confidence means. That's one thing I've found out actually as I've
Hmm.
tried to counsel guys that are younger than me, because you're told be confident, be confident. Like, what does that actually even mean? And I think
Sure.
that you used a good word. I haven't used it, but it conveys the same meaning. Self-assurance. I oftentimes will say
Yes.
you have to be comfortable in your own skin. You have to be comfortable who you are, with your flaws, with your victories, with your strengths, etc. Doesn't mean you don't try to correct your flaws, but it means that you recognize who you are and you're comfortable with that. You're like, okay, I'm stuck with me.
It's
I'm going forward.
humility. I mean,
Hmm.
confidence and humility are they really come together nicely because when you just understand who you are, what you're capable of, what you're incapable of, all of those things, um, you're just easy to be around. Like
Exactly.
and that's what people want, especially in a high anxiety. There's so much anxiety in our culture today. A lot of that fed by social media, but anyone who's really easy to be around, instant attractive boosts like that. They're way more attractive just because there's no pretense. You don't have to put on a show for this person. But when we're talking about the red pill movement and feminism, there is always a show. There's always virtue signaling. And there's always
Yeah.
somebody trying to dominate the other.